Hi children, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. And children, today I am going to explain you lesson 3 air, water and weather part 4. It will be very interesting. Okay? So before going to this, let me tell you where does the water come from? It comes from the natural water sources only. What are the water sources? Lakes, rivers, underground water, these all are the water sources. Okay? So are they fit for drinking? No. Why? Because we have to purify the water. Yes, let us look into some methods which we can purify the water. Okay, so let us discuss in a detailed way. Before that, let me share the screen. Okay, yes. So, children, there are three types of impurities in water. First one, insoluble impurities which can be seen, and soluble impurities which cannot be seen, and disease causing germs. Okay, let me tell you about insoluble impurities. Suppose let us do a small experiment. Okay, so I took one glass of water. So I added 2 teaspoons of sand. 2 teaspoons of sand. I started stirring with the spoon. After stirring, I will wait for few minutes. And if you can observe, the sand is visible. You can see the sand very clearly. So it is nothing but insoluble impurities. What are the examples for the insoluble impurities? You can go with the sand as well as the oil also. Suppose you are taking a glass of water, you are adding 1 teaspoon of oil also. The oil forms a separate layer, but it cannot dissolve in the water. So the insoluble impurities is nothing but they will not, suppose you are taking sand, it will not dissolve in the water. Okay, so you can see the sand will be visible. Okay, these are called as insoluble impurities. Okay, so let me go for the next. What is soluble impurities? Soluble impurities are nothing but which cannot be seen. We cannot see soluble impurities. Suppose I took one glass of water. For example, I took one glass of water. I added 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So again I started stirring. When I'm stirring, slowly the salt will dissolve in the water. Okay. Now you see, can you see the salt here? No. Why? Because salt already dissolved in the water. So this is nothing but soluble impurities. Okay. And next one is disease causing germs. Okay. Let us discuss later. Coming for the next, purification of water. There are few methods to purify the water. First method will go with the sedimentation. The process in which settling down of heavy insoluble impurities in a liquid is called sedimentation. Again, I will take this glass of water which already I added the sand in this. Now what I will do? I will stir it. Already the sand is there. Okay, I will stir it. I will wait for few minutes. After waiting for few minutes, what happens? You can observe here. What happens after waiting for few minutes? See, the sand particles will settle down at the bottom. The sand particles will settle down at the bottom. It is nothing but sedimentation is nothing but the process in which settling down of heavy insoluble impurities in a liquid is called sedimentation. Sand is heavier than water. So that's why sand will settle down slowly. It will settle down in the beaker. Okay, this process is nothing but sedimentation. And what is decantation? You can see the clear liquid here. The clear liquid you can see. So you can transfer this clear liquid to the another vessel. Another vessel, if you transfer this clear liquid to the another vessel, this is called as decantation. This is called as decantation. Okay. So now we'll see. Decantation is a process of gently pouring the clear liquid into another beaker without disturbing the sediments. Okay, coming to the next one, filtration. What is the filtration? The filter and this process is nothing but mainly we use filtration is better method. than sedimentation and decantation. Okay, suppose if you look for the filtration in the laboratory, how they will do, they will arrange one stand, and they will fix one funnel to the stand. Okay, and they will and under the funnel you can see the beaker, under the funnel you can see the beaker. Okay, and inside the funnel they will insert the filter paper. They will make the filter paper like a cone shape. How you can make a cone shape of a filter paper? Take one circular paper. Okay, take one circular paper and just fold it in a cone shape and just insert in the funnel. Okay, now everything was arranged. Now what we have to do, we will take some liquid which is mixed with the sand. Water is mixed with the sand. That solution we will take, and slowly we will pour into this filter paper. Slowly we will pour that liquid into this filter paper. Once pouring into this filter paper, what happens? The residue is nothing but the sand particles will settle in the filter paper itself. It will stay in the filter paper itself, and slowly the clear liquid will be collected in the beaker. Okay, the clear liquid will be collected in the beaker, and the sand particles, means the residue of the sand particles, will stay on the filter paper only. Okay, this process is nothing but the filtration. Okay, so here for example what you can do, tea is filtered by using a strainer. Tea, you can filter the tea. How you will filter the tea? It will be a tea strainer will be there in every house. Yes, ask your mother, when she is preparing a tea, she will use the strainer. With the help of the strainer she can separate the tea. Okay, so coming to the next one. See, suppose if you're using this process, sedimentation we have done, and decantation we have done, filtration also we have done, all these methods we have done, but still the water is not purified. Okay, there will be some small germs will be present in the water. So to kill the germs, what we have to do? So first method, chlorination. What is chlorination? It is nothing but we will use one chemical called chlorine to kill the germs. Okay, so the process of adding chlorine is called chlorination, and chlorination is used for the large quantities, to purify the large quantities like tanks and all. You can use this chlorination method. If you add this chemical like chlorine, if you add this chlorine to the water, this chemical will kill the germs. Okay, and next one, you can go with the chemicals like potassium permanganate and bleaching powder. If you are adding in the water also, they also can kill the germs. Okay, and next one, safest method is at home. What we will do, we will boil the water. When you will boil the water for 10 minutes, what happens? The germs will be killed. Yes. So what is the next method? We will use some water filter, water purifier. This all we will use for drinking water. Yes. So these are the safest method of purifying the water. Coming to the next one, underground water. What is underground water? Suppose there are heavy rains. Where does this rainwater will go? The rainwater goes down through different layers of the soil. Okay, it will go to the underground. When it is going to the underground, there will be different layers in the underground. So what are the three different layers? Topsoil, subsoil, and porous rocks. Okay, topsoil, subsoil, and porous rocks. Okay, the level of underground water in an area, in that area it is called as water table. Okay, this is nothing but underground water. New words: impurities, insoluble, sedimentation, decantation, purification, filtration, laboratories, chemicals, chlorine, chlorination, bleaching powder, potassium permanganate, porous, resource. Okay. So what are the related question and answers? What are the two types of impurities in water? You can write the two types of impurities in water are insoluble impurities and soluble impurities. Okay, these two you can write. Okay, and you can write disease causing germs also, no problem. Coming to the next one, what is chlorination? Chemicals like chlorine are used to kill germs at the waterworks of a city. The process of adding chlorine is called chlorination. Okay. Define water table of an area. The level of underground water in an area is called water table. What are the different ways of purifying water? There are so many ways of purifying the water. Just now we discussed. You can write everything. Okay. In the examination also, if they were asked, you can write all this. We can purify water by sedimentation and decantation, filtration, chlorination, boiling, or by adding potassium permanganate. Okay. Second answer. Even on a very hot day, people in coastal areas do not feel very hot. Why? In coastal areas, during the day, land gets heated quickly, but the sea does not. As I said, did you remember this? The concept what I have taught you, children. Always land gets heated faster as well as it cools down faster. Okay, so the air above the land gets warmer and rises up. Cool air over the sea rushes in to take its place. Thus, a cool sea breeze blows towards the land during the day. Yes. So, next one. Early on winter mornings, we see drops of water on plants and parked cars. Why? When the water vapor in the air condenses, it appears as droplets on the ground and other surfaces like parked cars and plants. It is called dew. As I said, in the early morning, if you go for a walk, you can observe the droplets on the car as well as on the leaf also. It will look very beautiful. Okay, so it is nothing but dew. Okay, this is what the think and answer. Thank you, children. Thank you once again. Hope you understood the concept. And please read the lesson. Very easy. You can do these experiments at home also. Thank you so much once again.